What went down, man? What went wrong? Where did you zig instead of zag it? I mean, it's not like you could have done anything different. What the hell happened? Give me the breakdown. I'm going to let you speak for a few minutes before I shoot some questions at you.
Right. So what happened was it wasn't an error in one move or 1 week in one day. It was a long-term strategy that I messed up, and that was I got a distraction in the house. I spent too much time with that distraction alone, and I don't regret winning as many comps as I did.
It's a nice distraction, though.
It is a nice distraction. I think the issue was I spent too much time in isolation with her. If I were to spend less time alone with her and more time with the group, then I think my comps and my social game would be more evenly balanced, and I'd still be able to play in the game. However, I'd still be seen as a physical threat. I would have the social side in order to make those connections to stay another week, I think.
So what was the deal you think that what got into Derek X's mind in terms of like, this has got to be the guy. This has got to be the time to get this guy out. Why this time, and why do you think that got into his head?
Yeah, he had the one argument that if he didn't take the shot this week, he has no idea if he would ever be able to take the shot at me before I took the shot at him, especially being up in the block. So we lost trust. First of all, we never really had too much trust after week 1 when Frenchie started rumors between me and him. So the trust was broken immediately. And then he put me up on the block, and it's pretty hard for me to convince him that in a week where he can't compete, that in the event I won, I wouldn't put him back up in order to retaliate. So it was a lack of trust, and it's very hard to convince someone who is as paranoid as him that I wouldn't do that.
Was he as paranoid in this last little bit as like Frenchie was in the beginning of the game, or was he more paranoid than Frenchie was?
He's just as paranoid as Frenchie all the time. He's a very paranoid person. It's just Frenchie shows it more than Derek does. Frenchie went crazy as far as making these rumors and promises and stuff like that. He's a nice guy, so I didn't mean to call him crazy. But
all right, he's a good guy.
Gameplay was a little crazy, and Derek X is just more calm and collected. And the biggest difference between them two is Frenchie will call someone out and put you on the spot, where Derek X is intimidated, from what I'm told, intimidated and scared to get in a situation where he would get called out. So he avoids that type of conflict.
What does a guy like him have to do going forward in this game, now knowing there's a monstrous target on his back with everything that he's had handed? How does he go forward in this game? I mean, if you're strictly looking as a strategist, what do you got to do?
I told him a million times, the second I'm out of this house, he's next. So honestly, I hope he's next, just so I could say the first time I speak to him, I told you so, buddy. But I don't know what he has to back him up. I mean, Kylan is HOH this week, so potentially that may be his only form of safety, because I know Kylan and him are close, unless he won the new twist, that room, I forgot what it's called, but unless he had the second veto, I can't see why people are going to make an argument for him to stay. He built his resume last week significantly higher by taking out a house threat that had a big resume already. So if people are scared of me, the next person they should go after is him.
Who do you think right now is in the absolute best position in the game? Guy or girl, I don't care. Who's in the absolute best position now to move forward at this point in time from what you've seen?
My man X. My boy X is insanely intelligent. He is so smart. He has a fantastic social game, and he's doing what I couldn't do. He's throwing comps, because you look at this man, he is the human Hulk. He's absolutely capable of competing and winning in every physical competition that he competes in. And he's throwing comps to throw that target off his back while increasing a social game. So if you are looking to play Big Brother, you need to prioritize your social game over comps significantly. And I had that balance reversed. Doesn't work out. It sends you home pre-jury. That's what that does.
Can we talk about that kiss? Because that was some kiss, my man. You and Alyssa was like out of a movie. Could have slow-moed that, put some music in the background. Come on.
Yeah, that kiss was loaded. That kiss had everything to do with I miss you already. I'm going to miss you. It's going to be a long 6 weeks. Continue to believe in yourself, because she never did believe in her physical ability to compete. So believe in yourself. I'm going to miss you. Keep working hard. that's really all that was. And I hope maybe that kiss gave her a little bit of competition power. I don't know. I'm wishing her the best luck in inside and outside the house.
If I'm one of the dudes in the house right now, I'm thinking I better, like these women are not only running things, but they're so strong and so smart and so strong-willed. Like there are a lot of powerful women in this game, man. If you were a dude in this game, you better be trying to be friends with all of them.
Yes, the women have the numbers. You know that the majority of the jury house will be women at this point. That was kind of my decision when I sent home Whitney the week before, because I was thinking too long into the future where maybe I should have looked at 1 week ahead. But it's going to be majority women. So I think the best thing a guy could do is target the women in order to prevent an all-women's alliance from forming at any second, because they have the numbers to run it.
Christian, who in this game right now needs to wake the hell up and start playing? Because pretty soon people are going to realize they're just kind of not doing a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, I think that Derek F. and Azza are skating by. They are in the cookout, but I'm not really sure what they provide. But honestly, I can't say anything bad about their game because they're still in the house and I'm not. So they're doing something better than I did. So keep doing what you're doing, but I think that if they were to get to finale, they don't stand a chance getting the winning votes because they don't have the resume at the moment. I think a lot of other people would have compelling arguments for why they should win over those two contestants.
Outside of outside of Xavier, because I know you already mentioned him, if you couldn't choose him in the picture and you had to pick a one winner, Alyssa or somebody else, who would it be? Are you always going to root for Alyssa if it's not Xavier? Who's it going to be?
So I'm rooting for Alyssa. She's my number one.
Okay.
But I think that X is in the best situation to do it. So my order is Alyssa, Xavier, and Tiffany. And I hear Tiffany, I haven't watched all the season, or I haven't watched all the episodes that I'm in. I'm actually going to wait for my reunion with Alyssa to start from the beginning. So I'm going to watch from here and beyond, and I'm going to watch the lives as well. So I'm pretty much not watching any episodes that I'm in yet. But from what I'm told, Tiffany is running it. And from what I saw last episode, I wouldn't have made that evaluation myself. So it must have been her running it the weeks while I was still in the house.
I'm not going to wreck it for you. You got to go back and watch and see. I want you to see that, witness it firsthand and go.
I know, and I know she was campaigning for me really, really hard. That's why I feel so betrayed by not having her vote. But I do wish Tiffany, she's in my third place spot for who I want to win this season.
What do you think of somebody like Hannah's game?
Hannah is playing an extremely strategic game without any competitiveness, I think. I don't think she has the ability to win, and I think she's extremely smart. She is extremely smart, much smarter than myself, but I think she gives herself a little too much credit, and I think that's going to be her downfall because she feels comfortable in all the alliances that she's in, but I kind of feel like she's at the bottom of people's alliances. So she gives herself almost too much credit where it gives her a false sense of security. I think she needs to act a little more paranoid and make those connections with people because of her paranoia. Then it makes her a little vulnerable and a little more human-like because she is very cold and doesn't show her emotions. But that's her strategy. Like I said, anything that I'm saying about anyone else is clearly working better than what I did. So props to them. I just think that Hannah needs to start stepping up and making some more genuine connections because between her and I, there was nothing really genuine there, especially after I saw what she said when I nominated her. It kind of seemed like, hey, I don't know Christian that well, and I don't care to get to know him, but she was very angry that I put her up. So I think she needs to make more genuine connections.
What does a guy like Kylan have to do to win this game and move forward? Can he? Will he? What do you have to say?
Kylan is very smart, and he has SB on his side. SB and him are seen as a very powerful duo. Besides Tiff and Claire, they are the only duo, well, when I was in the house, the only duo that had both comp wins. Like, both of them had won before. So in order for Kylan to win, he needs to start doing what I should have done and laying low, especially now that he has the second HOH. It was not necessary for him to win this week, just as it wasn't necessary for me to win the veto when I was HOH.
You only won 600 comps. I mean, what can you say?
I know but the best thing for him is to start laying low, Continue to trust the people that he does, because I think Sarah Beth does have his best interest in mind. So trust in the people that have shown they can be trusted, and start to lay low at this point.
Show me the nails for a sec. Give me the story behind that.
Yeah, so the nails, this was supposed to be some good luck. Apparently it's not good luck. But when I was put up as a replacement, me, Alyssa, and Xavier painted our nails matching blue for good luck. Didn't work. Not a good luck color, apparently.
You gotta try black next time.
Yeah, I gotta try. I'll go for every color. Whatever color gets me back on the show, I'll do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the next question. If they asked you back for a subsequent season, would you have to think about it, take a pause for a season or two, or would you like jump right away? Give me my ticket, I'm there.
Yeah, there's absolutely no thought process that goes into that. My answer is going to be yes, for sure, regardless of it's returning to Big Brother or if it is another CBS show. Or what I'm being told a lot is that I would do well in the challenge, which I would need to catch up on, because I'm not completely sure how the show works, but I'm told it's mostly physical competitions that I would, or already have proven that I would be good at. But I know I have to wait a little bit to do the challenge, but I would love to be on another CBS show. Survivor.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If it was between you and Alyssa and you and Xavier for The Amazing Race, who's your partner?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I feel obligated to say Alyssa, but I think me and X have a better chance of winning, where me and Alyssa would have a better time. But regardless, I would get, I think, as far as you can without winning with Alyssa, and I think I would win with X. And in the flip side, I would have just as much fun, or almost as much fun with X that I would have with Alyssa. So I would do very well with both partners. But
I hope you get that opportunity, man.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. I would love that. And, Amazing Race with the past house guests would just be incredible, because as you know, I came to make those connections. And if I'm able to continue on another show with that genuine connection, it would make me so happy.
Christian, thank you so much for your time. It was great watching you on the show. I cannot wait for a reunion and finale night and all that stuff. So good luck in whatever you do next, man. And, we'll be watching.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the time. And thanks for having me on the show.
You bet. Take care.